What's happening, people? What's going on? KG is here. We're talking a little transfer deadline day news. Didn't see it coming until a couple of days ago. It was heavily rumored, but it looks like Dan James is in the building, just waiting for official confirmation. But I think that will be pending in, next hour, a couple hours. But listen, it's basically as good as done. Famous last words after what happened in January 2019. But I'm very confident that this one is done at this time. So listen, as you're coming in, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, man, we're gonna get this moving, man. Dan James, I want to get your thoughts and opinions on it. I've seen a lot of mixed reaction, although as we're getting closer to signing him, I've seen a lot of people see the pros of it now. So it'll be interesting to get your takes on it too, because me personally, I think it's a really good signing, and I'll give my reasons for that. But like I say, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get this thing moving, man. A cowboy hat's in here already. Big up, KG. A nice one, cowboy hat. Wonder why are you an actual cowboy or what? I don't know. Yeah, Marcus, I wish we'd hurry up and announce it. Yeah, we always go long with these things, don't we, man? It's never just quick, quick, quick. But I think with what happened last time, they're just making sure everything's, all of the, I always get this one mixed up and it sounds ridiculous. So dotting the I's and crossing the T's. There we are. So I think it will be done. No problem. So in regards to that, yeah, Nicholas Griffin, Fabrizio said it's a done deal, medical completed, contract signed. Yeah, of course. The deal was meant to Aaron Pandy. The deal was meant to happen, bro. Good signing for Leeds, and United did well to let him go too. Yeah, and this is where I start with this. I think that the deal is great for all three parties. Like it suits everybody down to the ground. So you've got Man United that picked up Daniel James. When you think about when Man United picked him up, he was due to come to us during that season. That would have been the next step up in playing. He was at Swansea. He would have come to us where he would have been challenging for promotion. He then misses that step, doesn't even go to a mid-tier Premier League club. He goes to Manchester United. Now, if you don't hit the ground running at Manchester United and keep that momentum, it's not going to work out for you. It's a completely different pressure cooker at playing for Manchester United. We've seen it with many players that just haven't been able to cope there. So his career is kind of, I wouldn't say stalled. He still gets games here and there for them. But in the long view of what he can offer, yeah, his career stalled there. So on his end, he gets to come to Leeds where he's going to get much more playing time. Definitely going to get more playing time. For Manchester United, they're making money back on an investment that hasn't worked out for them, which is, if you ask anybody, if you've invested in something and it hasn't quite worked and you can get more than you paid for it, you've won. So Man United have definitely done well to get 25 mil. And for Leeds, listen, we're getting another genuine quality squad player there. So our four wingers will be Somerville, Harrison, Rafinha, and James, unless they're going to move Rafinha into the middle, which I wouldn't mind seeing, actually. I would like to see Rafinha there. I see, yeah, I mean, look, I'm just going to... Jakanji being robbed. Deshaun, 25 million stuck with add-ons. We got bumped. Listen, the thing is, what you have to remember, and I think Phil Hayes said it earlier about the market being the way it is, with Joe Willock and Tammy Abraham and Buendia all going for around those prices. But also, if you add it in, you've got the British tax, which is always a big old hefty tax. So you have to take that into account. And also, the clubs are historically rivals, so you're gonna expect to pay more. So say like if Leicester were doing this deal, I think maybe they could have got him for 20. I think they could have got him in that region because there's no historical rivalry there. Whereas it's Leeds, yeah, we're gonna take him for all we can, and they've done that. They know that they know that Bielsa is a long-term admirer of Dan James, and they've taken advantage of that. And that's the way it is when it's up to the buying club to say, okay, we give in. And Leeds have done what they've had to do and stumped up the cash. So, is it overpriced? Possibly, but I'd also say this: going by what Manchester United are trying to do, Dan James was never going to get them where they want to be, which is contending for a league, Champions League. He was never going to do that. I don't think. I don't think he was ready to do that. But coming to Leeds and going where we want to go, which is trying to flirt with those Europa League places and get a little bit higher in the table, it's going to suit us down to the ground. So as much as, I mean, I've had it from all my Man United fans, the group chats have been going mad. They're loving it, rubbery emojis and everything. But for me, in Leeds United's case, just looking at it from a Leeds United point of view, this is another signing that just cements us as a Premier League team and is looking for us to progress. And I think there's big scope to do that with Dan James. And like people are saying there, and I've said it all along, Bielsa has got that folder ready to open. He's going to be opening that folder and he's going to be looking to, he's going to need all those raw materials. He's going to fix his decision making, his final third, ball handling. Because sometimes, yes, he doesn't pass it very well. Sometimes his shots go wayward, but that's what you've got a coach to do. The coach will help you out with that stuff, and I think Bielsa will do that. And that's only going to benefit us. When you think about us on the counter attack, whoever's going to be the combination, it's a hell of a quick combination that we'll have. So we might have to look out for a few more low blocks. So we'll see. Right. Let me just get this one here. Deshaun again. Yeah, I hear you, and I trust in Bielsa, but I don't think he's better than our two starting wingers, Rafa and Harrison. Well, the thing is, he's different. He's different to both of them. I mean, they're different from each other anyway. But again, he gives us a new dimension, and he's right-footed. I know I've mentioned this a few times, but we have got left footers coming out the wazoo in our team. Like, where the shot variation is. It's a left foot, unless it's Calvin Phillips shooting from distance. So he gives us another dimension going forward. Think about it. And I think Costa's being loaned out, possibly. We have to wait and see for that one. But you have to think Costa's minutes have dried up because Somerville over the season would have definitely jumped ahead of him. So, yeah, I mean, is he better? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But he gives us another option. When you're thinking about options, if we're resting Harrison, we can start Dan James and bring off Harrison off the bench. If we're starting Harrison, we can bring Dan James off the bench. And for me, that's a much better option than keep on trying to do the whole Tyler Roberts and Helder Costa thing, in my opinion. In my opinion. Okay, Marcus May, buzzing with signing him. Good to see another Welshman in the squad. Obviously, a Welshman there. Shout out to you. Jakanji Willock did bits at Newcastle, was miles better than James. But again, listen, Joe Willock, yeah, he did do well at Newcastle, but he's there permanently now. Let's see what he's up to now. And once again, I cannot stress this enough. The pressure for playing for Newcastle and the pressure for playing for Man United is completely different. So, it will be something there. And I see there's a few Man United fans in here. Okay, that's fine. And I just want to make it clear for Mr. Dan James, when you score the equalizer, you will be allowed to celebrate. You will not be dragged back to the halfway line like a ute. Okay, so the picture still makes me laugh, man. Where Martial's about to just drag him all the way back to the halfway line. Jill Saville, the scenes when Orta embracing DJ when it's done. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to all of the social media content we're going to get today. We're going to see Orta and Dan James do it again. I'll be shocked if they didn't try and recreate a couple of the scenes from 2019 today. I'll be very surprised. I think they're going to do something like that. When you think about it, though, just think about how long this is, how long this has been in the making. I mentioned on the match reaction the other day, it was becoming like the Billy Sharp thing, where we link with them so many times that it has to happen eventually. But this one it's done. It's here. And I just think about what everyone's gone through in order to get this done. 2.5 years later, it's like, wow. Let's have a look. Rafa attacking. Yeah, I think so. I think Rafinha could definitely play in the 10. There's nothing to stop him. Can you imagine him playing centrally? I think he'd be a lot more dangerous, in fact. But I'm happy with him on the wide right because he can cut in and beat. He can cut in and beat anybody at any time. We saw that against Burnley. Even in that bloody UFC fight that we had on the weekend, he can still produce moments of magic. So if he stays wide right, cool. If he moves centrally, I think he's even more dangerous than he is now. So let's have a look. Max Lenny. Dan James will thrive at Leeds. He clearly is a confidence player and he was constantly criticised at Man U. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. A bit like, think about Patrick Bamford. All the clubs he was at, managers just not rating him or just thinking that he's some posh boy that don't deserve to play, whatever it may be. And he didn't do too well until he went to Middlesbrough and then here, where he's got a coach that believes in him, loves him, plays him, and is now elevated to get him into the England team. We're going to see Patrick Bamford playing for England very soon. Dan James is obviously very, very loved by Bielsa. Like, we've been linked with this guy, I think every window since he left Swansea. It's crazy. I think it's going to be a great move for him. I think he's going to really thrive here. The fans are obviously going to get behind him as well. And when you've got the Leeds United fans behind you, it's different. Yes, Man United fans were starting to turn on him. And in all fairness, it's because he wasn't at that level where he was going to win them a Champions League or help them go for the league. And that's where Manchester United are. So it's different pressures, isn't it? So let's have a look. Gil, got you. Just going through your comments. Yeah, like I say, smash the like, people. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't subscribed. I'll get through the comments as much as I can. Okay, here we go. Mark Edison. KG, the signing gives Bielsa option. Raf moving into the middle, feeding Bamford, Rodrigo, Gelhardt, Greenwood. Somerville will now become backup, assuming Costa goes. Yeah, it's amazing how somebody said, and it was really baffling why they'd say it, but they said, how does this signing make sense if Costa goes? Will be the same options for the squad, but you're improving your squad by getting this signing in. Like, it's not. You can replace 3 players with 5, but it don't mean you've upgraded your squad. It's about the quality you bring in. And for me, Dan James is way better than Helder Costa, because even on Dan James's worst days, yeah, you will still get endeavor. You'll still get running from him. You'll still get a level of commitment and effort that sometimes we just don't see from Helder Costa. And I don't dislike Helder Costa. I want to make that clear. I just don't think that this is the club for him. He's not doing what I thought he would do, in all fairness. So, even me, I got that one wrong. I thought he was going to kill the championship and he didn't quite kill it. And I thought he'd be ready for the Premier League because of the way that the Premier League is played. It's, not so physical, etc. And it just hasn't worked. Just hasn't worked out. So Daniel James is going to give our squad a massive boost. But one thing else, we'll go back onto Dan James. Does that spell the end of a central midfielder then? What do you guys think? Are we saying that there's no more central midfielder talk, or? Yeah, James Obi. If Raf goes into the centre, we will be electric on the break, especially if Rodrigo has a good run out. Yeah, exactly. It would be I'm just thinking about the way that we can break now. It's good enough. You add a speedster and Dan James in there. Yeah, it's going to look mad. And I know a few people have said earlier, I can't go back as far, that Dan James is a pace merchant. And honestly, right now, it's not an unfair tag. But once Bielsa gets his hands on him, once he can coach him and iron out those final third decision-making moments that he has, we're going to have an absolute player on our hands. And I've got no doubts about it. Has anyone got any reservations about it? Has anyone got any doubts about it? Because I'm looking and it's quite positive towards this signing, which is very good. But does anyone have any doubts? Don't be afraid to speak up. Yeah, I don't know. Matthew Smith. I do feel for Costa, he doesn't suit our system. He goes with my best wishes. There's a good player in him. Absolutely. He's not a bum. He really isn't. I just think he needs to go to a league where his talents will be suited. I don't think he's a bum by any means. We've seen he's got the talent in spurts, but it's just not enough. Where there is this true? Dan James. Oh, let me sorry. Oh, where is it gone? Here we are. Dan James just filmed coming out the East and he's taken number 20. Yeah, I can see that. I know people saying the number 7, but unless they have no plans to bring back Pervader permanently, I think that's still Pervader's number. Even though they go out on loan, I think he's still registered as 7. I might be wrong by that, but could be, yeah, because Pascal Strikes are number 21, isn't he? So, yeah. And Russell, we should still be thinking CM. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, but I just don't know if we have the capacity to open that wallet no more, man. Like it's funny as well, isn't it, guys? Like we was talking about Angus Kinnear saying that there isn't much money, but as it's proven in football, when the deal is right, you can get the money, and we've done that with Daniel James. There was no way that once Man United let him, you know, become available, that Leeds United weren't going to sniff. This was something that Orta, Bielsa all wanted. And I would assume that money, it's going to be stretched out possibly. I do not see us spending a big portion up front, but I think Man United would have been ready for that. And maybe that's another reason why the price is so high too, because the payments are going to be over a longer period of time, so that could be another reason why it is 25. But yeah, the money was there for Dan James because it's a player of quality, and that's another thing I've read. And this is honestly, people, this is why I don't really like going on Twitter, because it's people just don't put things into context. They're saying, how do we have 25 million for Dan James, but we can't pay 8 million for Lewis O'Brien? But it's like it's what it's worth to you, right? So if you go to a car dealership and you see a car and you think it's worth 6, but the sticker says 10, you'd be like, oh, no, I'm not going to pay 10. I think the car's worth 6. That's what it's like for these kind of transfers too. Just because Huddersfield won 8, if Leeds United don't think that he's worth 8 million or whatever the fee may be, you don't go for him. You don't just spend like that. That's why we got in trouble the last time. All right, that's how we got in trouble the last time. Oh yeah, we want 8 strikers on the books. What do you want? 11 million? Well, I'll tell you what, we'll give you 15. We don't need that. So let's have a look. Lee Smith, keep hearing we don't spend 25 to 30 million for the bench. Yeah, you do. Okay, guys, this is the Premier League. All right, we're not in the Championship no more. So when you need to have valuable squad assets in the team, sometimes they're going to start, sometimes they're going to come off the bench, but you need those options. Otherwise, we're going to keep on having to do the whole Rodrigo off, Tyler Roberts on. There's only so many times you can do that. You need quality throughout. Now, I'm not saying you need to spend 25 to 30 million on every player. That's not what I'm saying. But to say that you can't put a 25 million asset on the bench is incorrect, because you can. But what I'm saying is, I think the way that Bielsa wants Dan James, I think he probably starts. I think he's going to rejig the players around, and that's why I'm thinking Rafinha will go centrally. That is just my opinion, though. But to say that you wouldn't spend 25 million for somebody that can sit on the bench is incorrect in the Premier League. Yeah, Lee Smith, KG, any Prem midfield is worth 8 million. It could be true, but if they don't feel that he is worth that, then they have to move on from him. They just have to. All right, yep. Shout out PBDS. Not keen on Dan James. Runs a lot, but not much end product. However, Bielsa will turn him into a better player. And that's what we're all banking on. That's what we're all banking on. You know, I've got Man United fans in the group chats calling him meat meat and all that stuff, you know, roadrunner settings. But listen, if we can get some end product on the end of that pace, he turns into a 25 million asset into something much more, you know. Just think about what Rafinha is now once he gets his capped by Brazil. You know, you never get him Rafinha for 17 million again, that's for sure. YK Welsh Sonic is a quality sign-in. Shout out to you. Matthew Smith. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, went up. Look at Villa. They spent massive. They've got 10 to 50 million players who simply make up their squad. Yeah, that's what happens over time. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. You're not expected to do that. But as the years go by, you'll see that you may spend 50 million pounds on a player, and he becomes a squad option, not a first 11 player. So I think some Leeds fans just have to get out of that mindset of that we're still in the Championship and that every big money signing has to play. We're just not there anymore. We're in the Premier League, so you need better options in your squad. Yeah, I mean, Chufler here, Rodrigo could potentially sit on the bench now. And how much did we pay for him? About 30 million. That's right. If Rodrigo isn't playing up front, um, which he's really not going to while Bamford's fit, then you've probably got Rodrigo who will be sitting on the bench, and he's our record signing. So again, it's what happens. It's just what happens. Yeah, shy. Ollie Watkins cost 30 million. He's on the bench too. I mean, I think he was injured for a couple of games, but exactly, Danny Ings is going to be their main striker now, and rightly so. You know, it doesn't matter how much it costs; it's about the quality. Daniel Moroni, have we overpaid? Yeah, possibly. When you know why I say that, because when we look at Ben White moving from Brighton to Arsenal, you're looking at a player that we was going in for, and Brighton wanted 30 million at the time, right? Last year. Has he really improved by 20 million? Yes, I know he got England caps and everything else like that, but was anyone really shouting about Ben White throughout the season saying, wow, what a defender this guy is? You know, Brighton did very well to keep hold of him. They weren't really, you know, he's just come out of nowhere, you get the England recognition, and he's gone for 50 million. Would I say that he is improved by 20 million on top of the, 30 that Brighton were first quoted? No. But it's the market. The market dictates what you pay. And with players like Joe Willock moving for 25 million after a very small sample size of good games for Newcastle, Tammy Abraham moving for 40 million, after hardly playing for Chelsea last year. Buendia, not really an established Premier League player, moving for 35. And as I said earlier, plus adding the fact he's a British player, rival clubs, 25 million was probably the best that we could do. So, yeah. Aldrin, KG, at least you guys are signing options at LFC, Liverpool. We get told we're not true fans for wanting quality squad depth to challenge everything. Klopp mustn't complain about the squad. Yeah, and I mean, and this goes for all the people as well, for Leeds United fans that say, be happy with the squad we've got. We obviously don't need any reinforcements. Well, it shows we do because the club have done it. So just because they're not coming out publicly and saying we need 2 or 3 players doesn't mean they're not thinking it. So always trust the club. But I hear you with Liverpool. I saw that Jordan Henderson signing. I've already marked it in the group chat that it's a legacy contract. Like, thank you for all you've done. Here's another 4 years. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. Jordan Henderson is breaking down as well now, and you've given him another 4 years. I know he's done so much for you, but you've got to look to the future. And to me, he's not it, man. He's not it. He was on that tightrope anyway. Nah, not another 4 years for me. I think that's just a thank you contract for all he's done. Robert Hall, please, you went on Joe's channel the other day. Otherwise, I'd not seen his stream. Yeah, man. Shout out to Joe. Was that the late night one? He texted me at 10:30. This was when the whole Dan James thing was coming out, and he messaged me and said, "Do you fancy jumping on stream?" And I thought he was joking. I really did, until I saw that the stream was scheduled. And I thought, yeah, let's talk about it, man. I didn't want to leave him up there just so high on, you know what he's like. You know, he gets high on energy of players we're signing. And the shrine has now moved from Conor Gallagher. You know, I got Dan James shrine. You know how it is with Joe. Shout out to Joe though, man. He's my guy. Just going through the comments. Yeah, man. Please, yeah, like the stream, man. Subscribe, share the stream out, all that stuff. Yeah, I hear you. Good signing, but ridiculous price. But you know what? Let's hope that we're not even thinking about his price. Let's hope that we get to that point where it's like, oh, only 25 million. And I think I've really got all the confidence. And listen, as a content creator, I put my opinions out there. It can bite me in the butt, especially when you got people like Scorfuggery keeping an eye on you. But I've got a really good feeling about this Dan James signing. So if you ever listen to Man United fans' opinion, you have to also think of it from what they're trying to achieve. Think about what we're trying to achieve. I think Dan James will help us get there. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I've been excited since I first heard about the link being restarted again. I thought it was a good idea from the start. So yeah, man. I'm just going through the comments to see. Uh, Shy Palace's transfer window has been better than Liverpool's. Listen, yeah, yeah. I mean, you know what's so funny? I mean, with Liverpool, and I mean this quite respectfully. Like, you guys are a huge club, and you're not short of money. There's no way that Liverpool is short on money, but you seem to operate on this sell to buy thing. You know, you have to buy to sell, and it it works until you're not selling anybody. And you sold Shaqiri for what was it, like 9 point something million? I mean, I don't know what that's going to get you back. You tried the cheap option with Ben Davis in January, and he's out on loan at Sheffield United now. So yeah, it's a weird one with Liverpool, but I think they're just banking on their injured players staying healthy this season. So yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, Gary Mel James is a big step up from Costa. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. It's like I don't know if anyone else saw the Harry Winks link. That one was doing the rounds again. That Tottenham had offered him to Leeds, and we've said no. Now he's somebody I wouldn't have thought Bielsa can turn anything into. And we do have Leeds fans. We do have something where we think that Bielsa can turn a pile of dirt into gold. But even he has limitations, and I would not have liked the Harry Winks signing. I would have much preferred Jamie Shackleton to get those minutes over a Harry Winks. So I'm glad that the club, if it's reportedly true, I hope that the club did reject that one, because Harry Winks is what he is a basic baller. And I mean, unless he's passing the ball from 5 yards to his left or right, he's not doing anything else for you, man. Anything else. So I'm glad we dodged that one. Big up, Static, man. Hey, KG. I hope your concussion's all cleared, man. That was mad. I hope you're all good, bro. Robert Hall. And this is it, man. Anything to stop Costa coming on at 70 minutes to change the game. Sick face. Absolutely. How many? Whenever you see it, do you ever get inspired that he's going to do something to change the game in a positive way? No, I don't. But this is what you do in order to get your team to the next level. You have to shift those guys out. And I hope for Costa that he's gone. I hope he goes today and gets football elsewhere. Hopefully it's on a permanent, but if it's on loan, at least it gets him out of the squad, and he's not an option over a Somerville anymore. I'm just looking on the transfer deadline ticker just to see if anything's happening. Sheffield Wednesday signed Berahino. He's got another chance in England. Shout out to him. No, nothing going on here. Oh, Chikanji. Hopefully we get 10 million for Costa. Listen, I would accept 5. I'm not even gonna lie. I think with that one you have to cut your losses now and just say see you later. I think we have to cut our losses with that one. Oh, Deshaun. Deshaun asked, "Do you think we will ever see Pervader again?" Well, listen, I spoke to Bradley Johnson, which is a couple of videos ago now. So if you haven't seen that one, check that one out. That was a really good conversation with Bradley Johnson. He's on loan at Bradley's club now, Blackburn Rovers, and he says that the whole thing with Pervader is he wants to get first team football week in, week out, so he can prove himself and come back to Leeds a much better player. And I agree completely because Pervader isn't finished. He's still a young kid. He's still a young guy. So if he can get that first team experience and learn how to make more of an impact, I think it will be better than what he was doing last season and coming on for 10 minutes here and there and not really being able to get in the game all that much. I think it's a really good move for him. So maybe we see him again. Hopefully we do. Unless there's any behind the scenes things we don't know, I think we may see him again. So right, here we go. Jalen Brown, he must be a Spurs fan. If Winks is basic, what is Dallas and Click? Well, Stuart Dallas has scored 8 Premier League goals last season, right? And he was playing in a variety of positions: central mid, left back. What's Winks doing? What's Winks all about? Mateus Click, fair, but I still would take Mateus Click over Harry Winks every day of the week. We're seeing now that Mateus Click has cleaned up his injuries from last season. We're going to get more of a tune out of Mateus Click this season. Obviously, at the moment he's out with COVID, but sorry, Winks. If I woke up tomorrow and there was a late night deal gone through that we've swapped Harry Winks for Stuart Dallas and Click, oof, I'd organize a protest. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Listen, Dallas is a one-stop shop. Tremendous, tremendous. That's great. Stuart Dallas and Harry Winks should not be compared, by the way. Absolutely not. Robert Hull can't be a Tottenham fan. They don't like him either. Listen, I know Spurs fans that want Winks out that club expeditiously. They want him gone now. So I hear you. Steve and LC Houston, man, shout out to you. I enjoyed that late night chat you had with Joe. Yeah, man. And it was impromptu. And sometimes those are the best ones where you're not even planning it and you just get on and shoot the breeze, man. It was great. Great. Yeah. Dallas is only worth 3 million in the market, even though he had 10 goals and assists. Must be Irish tax. Yeah, and I think he's isn't he 31 now? I think he's 31 now, possibly 30, 31. So yeah, there'll be a variety of factors there why he's not worth all that much. But to us in the squad, he's indispensable. To me anyway, I wouldn't change Stuart Dallas for anybody else for what he gives us in so many positions. So yeah. But yeah, man, people, listen, Dan James, what's everyone saying, man? Would you when we reconvene, we play Liverpool, don't we? Would you start him in that game, or are you bringing him off the bench? Do we put him in over Harrison to start with? Have a James Rafinha inverted winger thing going on, or would you move Harrison and Rafinha in the middle and play James on the right, Harrison on the left? I like the options. What we're talking there, even that there just makes me think we've got better. We've got better, and I know I'm likely to get clipped up if this all goes wrong. But you can't trust that. You can't go against your gut feeling. And my gut feeling is this is going to be a really good signing. So just gonna check something on here. Just bear with me a second. Da, da, da. Right. No, still nothing yet. Still nothing confirmed by the club. Yeah, yeah, emotional pet. Let's have a look. Let me just get this one. Mark Campbell, shout out to you, man, regular on the streams. Bielsa won't start him. He needs a few weeks of proper league training. He won't get that with Wales. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You guys are right. I'm getting all caught up in the euphoria that yeah. Another point here. James is not ready for Liverpool. We've seen it. How many times have we seen it? We've seen it so many times that we sign a player and we don't see them for 2, 3, 4 weeks sometimes. So Oh, you're right. Maybe he won't. Maybe he won't start. But let's have a look. What? I can't put that on the screen, Cider. But what? Surely not. Cider, is that true? If it is, link me the story on Twitter or something like that, or Instagram. And that's another thing, people follow my Instagram, KG Vision, brand new. I'm trying to build that up, so yeah, follow me on there too. But side, I can't put that on the screen, but but if it is, then it just adds even more to that Arsenal documentary. So Lee Waters, last word on Dallas in the Pep word, in the words of Pep, we cannot replace him. Yeah, only this time we mean it, don't we? So we mean it this time. We cannot replace. Cannot. Yeah, yeah, that's funny as shit. Oh god. Yeah, yeah, Lee Smith. They will probably announce at 5 to 11. Yeah, and you know what? That's why I'm jumping on now because I don't know, how busy it is later. I think there's going to be a lot of people streaming later for various reasons. So unless I jump on with somebody else at the time, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out there and get you guys' thoughts on it too. And there's a lot of people in here right now. So shout out to all of you. Like I say, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Share the stream out too, man. Let's get the word out about me. I'm on the road for 2K, and I'm not usually one that takes notice of this, but uh, I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So if I can get there in quick succession, that would be great. Just tag you onto it with a picture of James leaving Ellen Road. Okay, I'll check that in just a second. You guys in the chat are absolutely freaking. I cannot put some of this stuff on the screen though, man. It's crazy, man. Kids watch this stuff. Mad, isn't it? Oh, Conrad. I think I missed your first one, Conrad. Conrad, I think he's a Man United fan. James will do well at Leeds. Good luck to him. I hope he does well. And the first one was thank you for taking damn James off her hand. And I've seen that many times. And I'm like, you know what? You're welcome. You're welcome. One man's trap. No, forget it. No. Chris, do you think we'll get O'Brien through the door? If we do, it's going to be one of those late night ones. Unless Huddersfield adjust their price valuation, I don't see it getting done. And I think we'll have to go with what we've got right now and make do. We'll have to make do. I just hope, though, that if we are going with what we've got right now, that Shackleton is the next midfielder in line, just for his energy, just for his will to work, his work rate in the center of midfield. I still it still goes in my head how much Calvin Phillips was running around for 2, 3 people in that midfield the other day against Burnley. Like it's unacceptable. You're taking so much out of Calvin's game by making him chase people around. I would like it if you could get another midfielder like that in. And like I said to you, if Forshaw was to come on against Burnley, he would have broke his hip again. So we have to be careful with him. He's very delicate. So Jakanji get Lee Gunner is out on the beach right now in Spain drinking. Like he's loving life. He's answering back at people on Twitter as he does. Yeah, Lee Gunner's loving life, man. I don't think he's looking to stream right now. Yeah, I mean, this is the one comment. All or nothing, Arsenal will be lit. I actually think there should be some watch alongs for this all or nothing. I think it's going to be the best football content so far. And I thought Sunderland's was good. I thought ours was good. First year we didn't go up and all that heartbreak and stuff. But Arsenal's the way they're going, this might be the best football duck of all time. Jalen Brown, listen, you. I see what you're doing, mate. Mm. Here we go. Dad joke alert. USA Leeds fans in panic after reading James leaving ER because over here that is emergency room. Nice one, Ted. That's a thing actually. Where's if you let me know where you're watching from right now in the chat. I'm interested to see because I got demographics all over the place, but I want to see live now. It's four. Just gone 4 p.m. in UK. Let me know where you're watching from, people. That would be our luck, wouldn't it? Let me just get that one back up. Russell, I'm now having these horrible thoughts about James getting injured on Wales duty. That would be such a Leeds United thing. Um, but no, I think we got to think positive, man. I think we'll be all right, man. Richard Wakeman mentioning Calvin. We didn't want him in the team before Bielsa came in. Now look at him, James, the next diamond in the rough. I'm fully behind that. Fully behind that. Absolutely. We got Harlem in the house, New York, one of my favorite places in the world. Can't wait to go back there someday. Lee Smith, Spain. You're in Spain for the last time. Heading home tomorrow. Got you. London, Miami in the house. Another place in Florida, Boynton Beach. Okay, cool. Omar, stuck in Turkey due to red list rules. Oh, that's rough, man. Harrogate, okay. London, Edinburgh. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's good. It's good, man. It's so weird. Like when I look at the analytics and see some of the countries that people are watching me from, it's like I'm just here, like in my house, and there's somebody in China, India, wherever it is watching. It's like it's humbling, man. I don't take it for granted. I really don't. It's so cool. And not in them for my sins. At least you got a Hooters there, man. At least you got a Hooters. Minnesota Wild, yeah. ATL in the house. Right, let me just check because somebody said they've tagged me on the video of Dan James leaving Ellen Road or a picture. So let me just check. Or is that on IG? Let's see. Gotta think if it's on Twitter. Somebody would have put it in. I don't see it. All right, people, listen. We're getting there though. The official account. I'm just looking at the official account now. The phone lines are open. Nearly there with the paperwork. Dan James is there in the new Adidas training top with a pen, signing the paperwork. So, yeah, listen, this is all done. And you know what? You know what's funny? When people say, I'm waiting to see them show up on the holding the shirt up, we already seen that, and he still didn't play. So, are we at the point with Dan James where we need to see him on the pitch playing for Leeds before we believe it, or are we good with an official announcement from the club account? Oh man. Yeah, the phone lines are open. Yeah, done. PTSD with this Dan James thing, man. I'm telling you. Telling you. Jake Fox, here we go. Jake Fox, Man United can joke all they want about the fee. We'll have the last laugh when Bielsa turns him into a beast. I'm with you, Jake. I'm with you 100%. 100%. DB, how much would Leeds want for Calvin Phillips? Would love him at Arsenal. Listen, I know him and Ben White are best friends. Calvin Phillips ain't joining Arsenal. And you know what? That follows on to my point earlier about Dan James being more for us than probably would be for Leicester. Say Calvin Phillips put in a transfer request and said, I want to play Champions League football. We'd probably sell him to Liverpool for, say, 60, 65 million. Just probably lowering the figure there, but 60 or 65. If it was Man United, they'd probably charge 85. You know what I mean? There's that rivalry tax So that's what I meant about the Dan James price being 25 million for us, possibly 20 for others. But no, DB, Calvin Phillips is not joining Arsenal. It's not happening. You guys are signing that Bologna right back from the Japanese guy. I always forget his name. I did sign him on Football Manager one time. I did. I did sign him on Football Manager one time, but Tomiyasu. Man, I'm starting to sound like Robbie, just butchering the names. Oh, okay. Hold on, James official. The call has been answered. So there it is, people, live on the stream, man. Dan James is officially a Leeds United player, guys. So, Edward, Bronx, New York, man. I say I cannot wait to come back to New York, man. When I can't put into words how much I love New York City, guys. I really can't. But yeah, Dan James is here. Yeah, all on the yellow ticker. I'm looking at it on the ticker on Sky Sports News too. We're here live streaming, and yes, people. Now it's actually official. Is everyone chilled? Is everyone now looking forward to it? Because you know what, there is a difference when things are maybe to when it's actually official. You look at it in a different light. You're like, you know what, I cannot wait to see this guy play for Leeds United. So yeah, man. Let me know. Give me your thoughts, man. You don't even have to ask me twice, man. New York, I'm there all day. I can walk all around New York. I don't even need the subway. I love walking along the streets and everything. So yeah. Yay, Jalen Brown with another one. Rafinha will be gone in January. Too good for use. Jalen in here, man. Shout out to you, though, man. I love different opinions. 5-year contract, people, as it should be. We shouldn't be signing somebody for 25 million. It not be a 5-year deal. So I'm glad to see that. Just trying to score back up. I've obviously missed a few comments. Da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, man, what's everyone saying, man? Well, what's he saying? It's been deleted. Maybe it's fake. No, no. Ah, right. Yeah, Steve in Houston. Shout out to you. Yeah, I see it now. Dan James with the 20 shirt. Yep. Is it? Has it been deleted? No, it's still there, man. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Ah, man. It's a relief now. It's done. Now, am I being greedy by asking? Can you please squeeze out a central midfielder? Am I being too greedy? You think so? What are you saying? Well, Russell doesn't think so. Now, sorry to see him. Russell, we're on the same page, mate. On the absolute same page. Just get this super chat up. Omar T. Shout out to you for the donation to the channel. Hope to see you at 10K subs in the near future, bro. Marching on together, man. I'd love to, man. Listen, I could do this all day long. Honestly, I love doing this. I'm always thinking about videos I can do, people I can work with, people I can get on. And obviously, the more it grows, the more options you can get in terms of getting people on and going live. So yeah, man, thank you for your donation, man. It's much appreciated. Always appreciate that. You know, donations, super chats, I don't really request them or beg for them. But when you do give them, it just shows that you're supporting the channel, you're supporting me. And the money doesn't exactly go back into the pocket, it goes towards costs. So yeah, thank you so much, Omar T. Love that. Let's have a look. Just going through some of the comments, man. I've missed so many of my bad people. And we are about to turn up. DB, you think 60 millions is steep for Phillips? I mean, the reason why I say, do I actually think he's worth 60 million? If you're being realistic, no. But you also have to put into a lot of things into context. He's an England regular now. Like, he doesn't even get subbed off for England unless it was the game where he was on a yellow card and he got subbed off. He's an England regular. He's a high performer in the Premier League. He's at Leeds United, big club. So it tells me that he's going to go for a lot of money. If he ever does go, which he probably will, the English tax, YK, you've got me that right there. There it is. The English tax. Hefty tax, people. You know that tax? Millionaires complain about their tax. The English tax is bigger. So you have to put all that into account and say 65 million for Calvin Phillips at this point, with his stock being as high as it is, would be quite cheap, in my opinion, in this market. So I hear you, but I think it would be a lot more than 65 million, if I'm being honest. Exactly. If James Maddison is worth 70 million, then Calvin's worth more. They're playing different positions, but James Maddison is nowhere near as consistent as Calvin Phillips. And Calvin Phillips is a top professional on and off the pitch. And that was another thing as well when he was captaining us in the cup. I want to see that in the future, people. Like, Calvin Phillips as Leeds United captain. I want to see that. I think that would be brilliant. He's a ambassador on and off the pitch, Calvin Phillips. So, yeah, I think he's got captain material. KG's Costa, Comrade KG's Costa leaving. Don't know. We're gonna have to see. I think now that Dan James is officially in the building, I think Costa, the club, his agent will probably make moves to really try and push for a move in the next few hours. I can't see him wanting to stay and be hardly doing anything. I think he'll want to go somewhere where he can play football. So Ted, I'm just going to get that one off for a minute. Of all the Leeds fan channel, KG is the most professional voice and largest vocabulary. Well, well, listen, I'm my own person. Yeah, I don't follow anybody else. Joe is my guy and everything like that. But I don't really listen or watch a lot of other Leeds content because I do find that a lot of it does sound the same after a bit. I think people listen to one, then take those points from there and use them on their own shows. I'm my own person, quite clearly. There's not many like me about. But that's another thing that I'm enjoying doing, man, spreading the word. It's something for me, and it sounds stupid, but I don't really like say a lot of my goals. But I'd love to spread the word of Leeds United to people in America and to other, different types of people. I'd love to do that. That's kind of something that I look to do, and it's happened. I've got messages from people in America that have been on the fence about who they support, and they've come over to Leeds United because of how I've spoken about Bielsa and the team and the club and everything. So if I'm doing that, I think I'm doing an all right job, in my opinion. So, but thank you for that, Ted. That's an amazing comment. Hopefully Joe's not looking up. Joe's probably on a live now. He's probably having to dab his head down and everything now. So I cannot put Chris. I cannot put that one on the screen, but that is funny. All right. Vavi says Alpha Costa for Lewis O'Brien. Do Huddersfield need a winger? I don't know. I don't know if they need a winger. So again, it's Martin Cook, KG. I'm in Moscow. I love your channel. Oh, shout out to Russia, man. That's not somewhere I thought I'd get any viewers, but thank you so much, Martin, man. Thank you so much. Comrade KG thoughts on Somerville. Somerville's breaking through the season, people. Look out. He's going to be getting first team minutes very soon. Him and Cody Drama, I'm predicting, will be in the squad and teams very, very soon. I think that those two are outside of Geldhart and Greenwood. I think those two have got an easier path into the team in their position. So look out for Somerville. Look out for Cody Drama. Yeah, man. From Russia with love for KG. That's it, man. James Bond settings, isn't it? So, oh man. Jalen back in. Why is Greenwood not playing? Patrick Bamford. It's as simple as that. Patrick Bamford is our main striker. When he's fit, he's playing. And it's as simple as that right now. Their path, we only play with one striker, really. So Greenwood, unless he's coming on a sub or playing in a cup game, it's going to be Patrick Bamford playing. So, and Bamford is in, let's face it, Bamford's in tremendous shape. Remember when Bielsa first come in and Bamford was getting those niggly injuries when the training all shifted, a lot of our players were getting injured first time. Bamford has adjusted to it now. He's super fit now. So unless it's something like that, Greenwood won't come in just yet, and that's why I think Drama and Somerville will be in before them. Listen, people, I've been going for 55 minutes, so I'll stay a bit longer. As this Dan James news is all finalized, all on the ticker, all on the social medias. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, DB, yeah. English tax is so heavy, but I see where you're coming from with the price tag. Leeds can demand 60 million plus. Absolutely. Absolutely. Paul Brunt would love to sneak in one more before the deadline, but this is a great signing, in my opinion. With you there, Paul, all the way. It's a brilliant signing. And like you, if we could just get that central midfielder in, it would be a near perfect window. Near perfect, I would say. Because I do have a lot of faith in our under 23s. I've got to say, I do think a few of them can step up. So, the chat's lively, man. You guys are brilliant, man. This is quality. Quality. Brian Cox, huge Leeds United, just announced, huge fan from St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah, man. Worldwide, man. Worldwide. That's what we're doing. Omar T, shame we didn't go in for Yangel Herrera. Yeah, I mean, listen, I won't pretend to know that I know much about him, but he's highly rated by Man City. They're obviously looking to put him out somewhere where he get football. I don't know if our place is going to be regular enough for him, but yeah, if he's an option and he's highly rated by Bielsa and Orta, I'm willing to take him. Simple as that. I'm not saying that they're always right, but they've had more hits than misses lately, so you got to trust in that. Here we go. Man United, Herbert. Good for DJ, not United quality, but we're fitting well at Leeds and Bielsa ball. Exactly what I've said, man. Herbert. You're going for big trophies. Your team now, you should be going for the league. But we talk about English tax. That Ali tax is also a big price to pay. But yeah, you guys are going in a different direction. Champions League, league titles. We're looking to flirt with those Europa League places. And for me, Dan James is somebody that can help you get there. So I'm with you there, Herbert. Shout out to you. Oh, Rebecca, big contributor to the channel, man. She's always leaving comments. Shout out to you, catching me on the live. Not convinced by James. I think he will improve under Bielsa, but I can't help feel Man United have done us over. He's not worth what we are paying for. So ridiculous. But I don't know when you caught this, Rebecca, but there's various factors in terms of the price, rivalry. He's British. He's got a lot of years on his contract. So for me, the 25 million, yes, it's high, but I think Bielsa will make everyone forget about that price tag once he's worked with him. Yeah, YK, Ali tax is real, people, unfortunately. Yeah, you went from beating us, like blowing us to smithereens on the first day, to now you're just trickling results again. And that's a coaching thing, because you guys should be doing what you did to us, to quite a few other teams, like the Southampton game. Those are the games that you have to win in order to compete for the title. It's holding you back, man. It's holding you back. Rebecca back. Out of interest, do you think Leeds would have signed James if we had started the season off better? Yeah, I do. I definitely do. This is what, January 2019 when Dan James was linked with us. Or to Bielsa want him. They want him in the team. They've got him finally. He's here. He would have definitely come. Absolutely, Rebecca. I think even if we'd won 3 out of 3, I think he would still be here for sure. Wow, I got somebody young here, man. Uh, dear dear Raj Bright, have Leeds ever played in the Champions League? Yes, many moons ago, mate. Um, we got to the Champions League semi-finals. Just dial back the dial back the time machine and go back to 2000 2001. We was in the Champions League in that year. So yes, we have been in the Champions League before, which is why quite a few European clubs know of us so much because of that Champions League run and the players that we had at that time. So yeah, Man United, Herbert, give us Phillips. No. Jake Fox, breaking news: Rafinha is on his way to Liverpool to sign for 70 million. It was reported by absolutely nobody. Correct. But Mane pay season did tell me that Rafinha was going to play for Liverpool. I will tell you that. That's all I'm saying. Mane pay season told me. Listen, I got time for this one. Joshwin, Ryan, what's your thoughts on CR7 homecoming? Listen, you guys have actually got a couple of players that I really like, and that's Pogba and Ronaldo. I love both of those guys. For me, Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT. I know Leeds fans here are absolutely pressing the unsubscribe button, but please don't. But for me, just from his attitude, his commitment to the game, his numbers he puts up, his willingness to keep on winning. Listen, the guy is a winner, and I love that in players. So for me, it's great that the Premier League is getting him back. Oh my days. Let me just I gotta put somebody out. But yeah, for me, it's good for the Premier League that he's back in the league. We've got a really exciting league. It's going to hurt every time he scores for you guys because I know that the gas is going to be on Mark 10. But yeah, listen, Cristiano Ronaldo is a legend, absolute legend. And it's great for the Premier League that he's back. But it gives you, it puts pressure on you lot because now you guys have to win something. That squad has to win something. Harsh says people today focus more on negative attributes of a player rather than their positives. James' positives will outweigh his negatives at Leeds. Start looking at the positives, United fan. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's got like I've said, he's got so many raw materials to work with. It's going to be exciting to see what Bielsa does with him. You know, just like if a proper coach got hold of Saint Maximin from Newcastle, it would be interesting to see where he could go. Again, lots of raw materials, just not very good coaching. So yeah. Wow. So big shout, Jake. Can't wait until Bamford gets more goals in the system. Ronaldo. Well, if he does, then he's had a tremendous season. That's all I'm saying. Speaking of Ronaldo, you know me, guys. I like my FPL. I've already put him in my team. He's already there. I've taken a -4. I said I didn't want to take no minuses, but I've taken a -4 in order to fit him in. Has anybody else put him in so far? He's 12.5 million, so he's a premium asset. So, and you know, FPL it's an absolute madness. The banter that goes off in FPL group chats is nuts. It's so competitive, you know. Yeah, Man United Herbert again. Thoughts on the Rodrigo signing? Every time I watch him, he's flattered to deceive, reckoning he'll be sold. No, I don't think he'll be sold. But he does need to give us a bit more. When we're playing him in a central midfield role, it doesn't work. It just proves it's been proven that it doesn't work. It leaves Phillips isolated and working 2 jobs in the midfield. Rodrigo, I think, wants to play up front, but obviously he's got a big block in his way called Patrick Bamford. So He had a lot of issues last season, injuries, COVID, and things like that. But yeah, we do need more from Rodrigo this season. Absolutely. why, why does this guy keep on making a cat? You people have got time. Let me tell you something, man. I see it in Tobes' chat. I see it in a few chats. The people that make spam accounts on like 10 different accounts, you guys have got time, bro. Like, I don't know why you guys do it, but still. Dirty Harry, do you think DJ will be in the first team or a super sub? Hmm. Like people have said, and what I've kind of forgotten, Bielsa likes to blood people in slowly. But if he shows that he's on the job for Wales in the international break, he could very well start. He could start. Yeah, meet me. That's a funny day. I want to bring that one up. Hold on. I'm just blocking another spammer. Just hold on a minute. Honestly, I don't know, man. In your opinion, does Leeds have the ability to challenge for any trophies after this transfer window? Um, I mean, you can never tell with the domestic cups, can you? But I mean, our record in those cups is absolutely horrendous. I will hope that we can be. I said at the start, if our league position is 10th, 11th, maybe 12th, but we go on a Super Cup run and get to a final, and win a cup, I would take that. I would absolutely take that. So, but whether it's realistic or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. But we have to put out one of our better teams in the cup and not play so many kids because it didn't work against Crawley. You know, so yeah, I hope so. We're starved of a cup run, man. Yeah, Dirty Harry. Where did he find guys to I have no idea, mate. No idea, man. But we move. The Lalit, who will win the league? I've still got Chelsea down as my title winners. Um, for me, I think that they've got the missing ingredient in Lukaku and the way Tuchel plays, the way he sets up, so hard to beat. I think it's between them and Manchester City personally, but I think Chelsea might do it this season. That's my opinion. Rebecca G, what's the player that frustrates you the most at Leeds, KG? Oh man, God, it's a good question. I would probably say Tyler Roberts overall because we've seen him do so many good things, but it's just not consistent enough. I would say probably Tyler Roberts is the most frustrating one because I think that there's a lot more he can give. You know, honestly, these spam accounts it's relentless, bro, relentless. And I've missed the name that I was going to put up on the screen. There we are. Meet FC. Dan will be a first team player. He has to be, yeah. And if for people that don't know, Meet Meep is what Man United referred to Dan James as because he's Roadrunner. So, oh man, just trying to go for. I'm just sorry, people. I'm having to block these spam accounts and then go back up. So yeah, yeah. Listen, yeah, he did. Tell me if I'm saying this right. Is it Vavi or Vavi? Let me know. Bielsa put a strong looking team out against Crusoe. He's taking it more seriously. He is hoping for a decent cut run. He did. You're right. I completely forgot. Yeah, Calvin was captain, and usually you probably wouldn't have Calvin in that kind of game against Crew. So yeah, maybe he's taking it more serious. But we've got to get past Fulham away, which will be tough. So yeah, man, I might need to make some mods, man. Get rid of these bloody wallets that are just blocking up the chat and stuff. So yeah, I might have to look at getting in a model too. Yeah, they don't stop. Honestly, they're relentless. I see why Toes often goes X-rated with his language sometimes, but I will not do that. I'm aware that that there's kids that watch me here. So no. Uh Abhishek, as a Man United fan, I just have to say thank you, thank you. Wish Dan the best. For us, his end product and football IQ is questionable at best. I hear that, man. I hear that, and that's what we're gonna hope that at Bielsa at our end will hone and improve. So, yeah. Listen, people. Uh, let me see, man. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. Listen, people. I'm gonna probably jet off this now. This has been excellent chat. Dan James is officially signed for Leeds United, officially announced while we was on stream together. That was great. Listen, if you're watching the replay, leave your comments and your feeling about Daniel James. Oh my days, the spam in here is absolutely mazzoline. It's ridiculous. But yeah, let me just spot this one. I cannot let this one go. What is going on? But yeah, people, until the next time, man. Yeah, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share the stream out to people, let people know where I'm at. And yeah, man, this has been great. Thank you and peace until the next time. Shout out to you, man.